All right, you've seen it a million times, right? In the movies, at the gym, that iconic image of a hardcore bodybuilder cracking a couple of raw eggs into a glass and just chugging it down. It's become this legendary symbol of pure, unadulterated strength. But is it
That is the
actually a
big
good
question we are
idea?
going to crack wide open today. We're going to dig into the real science behind raw versus cooked eggs and find out, once and for all, if this old school tradition is a genuine health hack or just a massive nutritional mistake. Okay, let's get into it.
So, first up, let's talk about the main reason anyone even does this: protein. The whole idea is that raw is somehow more natural, more powerful, but, the actual science tells a completely different and pretty surprising story. Okay, get ready for this number, because it's a shocker. Studies have shown that when you down a raw egg, your body can only actually absorb about half, just 50% of the available protein. So where does the other half go? Literally nowhere. It passes right through you. It's completely wasted.
But now, look what happens when you just cook that exact same egg. The amount of protein your body can absorb skyrockets to 91%. That is a staggering difference. We're talking nearly double the protein just by applying a little heat. So what on earth is going on here?
Well, the secret is a cool little process called denaturation. See, the proteins in a raw egg are coiled up in these really tight, complicated little balls, kind of like tangled knots of yarn. And our digestive system has a super hard time unraveling them. But when you introduce heat, it forces those proteins to unfold and straighten out. It basically unlocks the protein, making it incredibly easy for your body to grab and use for building muscle.
Okay, so we're already getting way less protein from raw eggs. That's bad enough. But it gets worse. It turns out there's a sneaky little compound hiding in raw egg whites that literally acts like a vitamin thief inside your body. Everybody, meet avidin. This is our villain. It's a protein found only in raw egg whites, and it has one single obsessive purpose: to hunt down and grab onto a vitamin called biotin. And we're not talking about a casual handshake here. The bond between avidin and biotin is one of the strongest non-covalent bonds in all of nature. It's like molecular superglue.
So, why should you care? Well, biotin, which is also called vitamin B7, is absolutely essential. It helps your body get energy from food, and it's famous for being the beauty vitamin. It's a huge deal for keeping your hair, skin, and nails strong and healthy. It's definitely something you want more of, not less.
So here's how the heist goes down. You eat a raw egg white. The avidin immediately goes on a mission in your gut, searching for any biotin it can find. And when it finds it, it latches on with that unbreakable grip. Your body simply cannot pull them apart. The results? All that vital biotin, whether it's from the egg itself or other food you've eaten, is just locked up and escorted right out of your system. Totally useless.
Now, to be fair, you'd have to eat a lot of raw eggs for a long time to get a serious deficiency. But if you did, the symptoms are no joke. We're talking hair loss, nasty skin rashes, muscle weakness, and even neurological issues. It's a pretty serious gamble for a habit that's already cheating you out of protein. And that brings us to problem number 3. This is the one you've probably heard about, the one that makes people a little squeamish, and for good reason: the risk of bacteria.
The main culprit here is Salmonella. And there's a really common myth that the bacteria is only on the outside of the shell if it's dirty. But that's not true. An infected hen can actually pass Salmonella to the inside of the egg before the shell even forms. So an egg can look perfectly clean, perfectly pristine, and still be contaminated on the inside.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. This is the official safety statement that the FDA makes egg companies put right on the carton. The message could not be clearer. Keep them cold and cook them well. That's how you stay safe. Trust me, getting a salmonella infection is something you want to avoid at all costs. It is miserable. We're talking days of fever, cramps, and just, well, you see the list. And for people with weaker immune systems like kids or the elderly, it can be really, really dangerous. It's a huge risk to take for absolutely zero nutritional benefit. So, we've laid out 3 pretty big problems with raw eggs. You can't absorb the protein, a vitamin gets stolen, and you might get seriously sick. It sounds like a mess, right? But what if I told you there's one simple, elegant solution that fixes all 3 problems at once? It's just heat. Let's just run through the checklist. First, that protein puzzle. A little bit of heat denatures those proteins, unlocking their power and almost doubling how much your body gets, from a measly 50% all the way up to 91%. Problem solved. Next, our vitamin thief, avidin.
That same heat that unlocks the protein also changes avidin's shape, completely disarming it. It can no longer bind to biotin. Once cooked, avidin is neutralized, and all that fantastic biotin is totally available for your body to use. Problem solved.
And finally, the bacterial danger. Cooking an egg to a safe temperature effectively kills any salmonella that might be lurking inside. The risk is completely eliminated. One simple action. Cooking solves every single problem. It's that easy.
So what's the big takeaway here? It's that cooking an egg doesn't destroy its nutrients. Far from it. Cooking is the key that unlocks the egg's true potential. It makes it safer, it makes it more powerful, and it makes it way more beneficial for your body.
And hey, while we're busting myths, let's tackle one more. The idea of only eating egg whites. Please, whatever you do, don't throw out the yolk. That's the nutritional goldmine. It's got almost half the protein, and it's where you find the vast majority of the good stuff, all those amazing vitamins and minerals.
I mean, just look at the nutrition you get from a couple of whole-cooked eggs. It is incredible. A whopping 84% of your daily vitamin B12, over 60% of your choline for brain health, and get this, 40% of your daily biotin, the very vitamin the raw egg tries to steal from you. When you cook the whole egg, you're not just eating food, you're eating a genuine superfood.
And I want to leave you with one final, kind of mind-bending thought. Remember avidin, our vitamin-stealing villain? Well, it turns out that its superpower, that unbreakable bond with biotin, is incredibly useful to scientists. Today, that very same bond is a critical tool used in labs all over the world for medical tests and research. So the very thing that makes avidin a bad guy in your gut turns it into a hero in medicine. A pretty cool reminder that in science, context is everything.